like Facebook, Twitter, and BlackBerry Messenger have had major service interruptions. Jeff Johnson is a contributor to MSNBC and thegrio.com, and with me here, Jillian York is with the Berkman Center for Internet and Society and is joining us from Cambridge. Jillian, first to you. Our own Richard Engel was reporting that we are beyond the stage, the initial stage of social media helping to ignite and communicate these protests. Now it's out there. Anyone can look out their window. So people don't really need to know anymore, where to show up to join a rally.
Right. I mean, the internet has been almost entirely cut off at this point. There's only one ISP accessible, and there's dial-up. So people basically are forced with the choice to go out on the streets, and as you can see, that seems to be what people are doing.
What do we see on the social media? What reports are you getting on the Twitter feeds?
Well, and I think just to be clear, it's not just about letting people know where the protests are. This is about making sure there's accurate reporting on the ground of what's happening in different parts of the country. So this is still incredibly important. But what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing things as early as 30 minutes ago where people are saying that there may be a dissent between the police and the army. Now, we don't know whether or not that's true or not because things are still happening, but these are the kind of things that are why the social media piece is so important, because they aren't the things that Al Jazeera are going to be able to report immediately, but people on the ground are going to be able to talk about what's happening.
Jillian, what about in other countries throughout the Middle East? Is this the beginning? What happened in Tunis? We saw how in Iran it was shut down a year ago and the year before that. But in the events in Tunis now being replicated in Egypt, is this a wave that is going to spread through the region?
Well, in terms of the internet, I mean, it seems that that's very possible. Much of the region already filters the internet. If you look at countries like Syria, like Algeria, they're already blocking social media websites. And so as these protests continue and become replicated throughout the region, I wouldn't be surprised if other governments took the same steps. Over the past couple of days, we've seen Syria, for example, crack down on a number of different websites, as well as mobile communications in terms of data and what can be accessed through those. And so, like I said, I really wouldn't be surprised if this continued elsewhere.
And Jeff, what we're hearing now, at least Reuters is reporting that protesters have stormed Egyptian state television and Cairo, and Al Arabiya is quoting that their correspondent is saying that state television could still be seen broadcasting, but apparently there is a clash developing there.
Well, I mean, I think at this point, the people on the ground are, one, frustrated, and at this point, I think anything is going to be subject to be a target, but when you totally shut down all communications. I mean, I think as has already been said, there's been times where the internet has been shut down, but when Vodafone is being told to shut down all cell phone communications, you're putting people in a position where the level of frustration that's already there from the protest is increasing and escalating even further.
This only exacerbates it. Jeff Johnson, thank you very much. Jillian York.